Like many of you, we battled depression during life's ups and downs.
Music has always been the one thing that we could rely on to get us through the tough times that we all face.
Follow us on our journey as we discuss the healing power of music,
Interview bands,
break down genres,
review band biographies,
and more.
This is the When Words Fail
Music Speaks podcast
with Blake Mosley
and James Cox. Oh, good. My ear does the same thing too sometimes, because I had the Celtic yesterday. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's not fun at all, dude. So, okay, so I don't know if you listen to our podcast, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you, and we're going to have a great time talking, okay?
Yeah, man.
All right. So let me pull up the questions here for you, and okay. So. All righty, here we go. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome back to When Words Fail, Music Speaks, the podcast. I am your professional handicap host, James Cox, and I almost messed up on my own intro, but that's okay, because we have a very special guest with us today. First, let me tell you about him. Austin Ingerman is a solo artist, as well as a lead guitarist playing for the band New Year's Day, plus the guitarist for the fast-rising band Gunshine. He has toured with bands such as Hailstorm, Godsmack, In This Moment, Falling into Reverse, and many, many more. He has played in some of the world's most famous venues and festivals, such as Alexandria Palace in London, and Download, Australia. Austin started playing guitar at the age of 7 in his hometown of Gainesville, Florida. He was 17 when he got the first opportunity to start playing out professionally in working cover bands. He toured in the Southeast, playing the hottest clubs, festivals, private parties, and arenas for about 6 years before moving out west. And we are so honored to have him today. So here is Austin Ingerman. How you doing today, man?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So at the age of 7, you started playing guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started when I was 16, But
yeah. Well, when I first started, it was kind of just the basics, so my dad actually he put on some concert on TV, and I just remember watching it. I was super drawn to it, and then he actually he signed me up for lessons shortly after that, and I kind of went through the book, started learning the kind of basics and the very standard, like through the book kind of things. And I didn't take it super seriously. I mean, I kept working on things, and I had a really, I had a passion for it, but just like any other kid growing up, you go through different phases, and I was playing sports and different things. And so I didn't take it super, super seriously until I was about 17. So similar to the same age as you, but yeah, so I was 17, like you mentioned in my bio. That's when I sort of started playing in bars and getting paid to play. And that's when I kind of realized, okay, I should start taking this more seriously. And that's when it really became even more of a passion than it already was, or I guess a career,
Yeah. Well, I had it. I don't know if you heard of this band, because it's a syntonic guitar. It's my sonic, and I haven't seen that thing in years. But like I said, I started playing guitar at 16, and it just wore out. I never really took it that seriously. But the first song that I learned was Iron Man. Just one chord,
Yeah. I mean, those were all great, like Stairway to Heaven. The standard. Definitely, I had the same thing, like Little Wing, Hendrix. That was one of the first ones I learned as well. Yeah, those were all great and super instrumental in learning guitar, especially because they're exciting to play from a young age.
Right. Yeah. And I know you've learned this thing. It's Smoke on the Water. Everybody knows that one.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, no doubt about it.
One of the classic ones, and one that everybody knows to play with the one finger. But I never took it too seriously. And my uncle Junior, he tried to teach me how to play guitar, but my fingers wouldn't one conform to the right chords. I was like,
Right.
man, this sucks. But hopefully one day I'll return to play guitar and hopefully, I can start a band. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Uh, so where are you located? Are you in Florida right now?
Yeah, I'm in the Panhandle in Florida. I'm in
Right.
Florida area.
Yeah.
So,
So, is it cold where you are now? Because it's freezing down here, man. I
oh
can't,
my
I can't
God,
stand it.
it's especially for us Florida people. We're not used to the cold weather the way
Yeah.
it is right now, you know. So yeah, it's the whole thing, just cold, rainy, nasty right now. So I guess that's typical for February.
Right, well, see, I've been to Miami, Florida, and it was harder than hell right there. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Miami gets cold air or what, but it was super hot.
Well, yeah, I'm up in Northwest Florida. It gets a little bit colder here than it does like South Florida, like Miami. So like those areas, it definitely doesn't get cold hardly at all, you know.
Right, right, right. Uh, so let's talk about cover bands for a minute. I love cover bands. Cover bands are always great because if you can't see your favorite band, you go to like a local bar or something and you hear your favorite song.
Mhm.
So growing up, we know that you were in a few cover bands, but
Mhm.
growing up, what were your favorite cover bands to go see on like a Friday or Saturday night? Back when you were, you know,
Well, I had several different there was kind of a lot. So in the scene that or in the city that I'm from, you know, Pensacola, there's kind of a big cover scene. There's a big sort of bar scene around here because you get sort of all the spring breakers, all the tourists that kind of come down, from up north and stuff like that. A lot of people's spring break destinations are in this area because you have the whole sort of beach scene and all that kind of thing. So honestly, there was tons of bands, and it was just the thing to do around this area to kind of get yourself out there, make some extra money, and you can honestly make, somewhat of a living just if you keep yourself really busy and you're playing a lot. So there's a good little scene for that down here, but eventually for me, I've always written songs and I always had that passion, and so from a creative standpoint, I just always, had to. It's the covers are great to be able to get paid and
yeah,
get out there and just play. But at the end of the day, it's like I had to do my own thing and write the songs that I was hearing in my head and that kind of thing. So
right, right. Because I was interviewing, I can't remember her name. She's gonna kill me. But this was last year. She said more people love